Oh, he's looking up at the horse like, hi. And he's, oh, poor guy. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh, jeez. Oh, he's doing, yeah, yeah, maybe. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, he said, that's what I wanted. Um, well, he was rubbing on the back leg, and then his tail was like touching up above the wrap, and then Donna was like picking up his leg, like he was getting like a for PF. No, he's so good, so good. Oh no, no. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think sometimes you can. I think the other day it worked really well when you stopped and we really went over it again. Um, so we can do that again. But I also think like it's not like you don't know about it. I mean, we talk about it every ride, but I think some days are easier than others. And to me, you had a bit of stiffness, a bit of like guarding your body, but I just kind of chalked it up to it was like the third kind of class of the week. We had gone we had one day in between, but um so sometimes that happens, and sometimes it's hard to get rid of it. But I think the best thing that you can do is keep watching these videos, because in the end, the reason why you're going to change something is because you see it and you don't, you want to change it. um I can keep saying yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it gives a different feeling on your whole arm if you turn your hands flat and you feel your upper arm, and you turn your arms up. It helps. Obviously, if your hands are flatter, it like lends to letting your elbows out from your sides, and if you turn your thumbs up, it makes your elbows feel like they want to come in a little bit more. So, all things that we're all working on, and sometimes it comes together better than others, sometimes not. So you just have to um, just keep trying to work on them, and you'll feel better days than others, and that's horse riding. Okay, because I wanted to cry yesterday. Nah, no, no, no. I did. I'm like, quit being crazy. Like, you had a bad ride. Look how many good rides you've had. I know. Like, where he just looks fantastic. Like you can't beat yourself up over one side. Yeah, but I good things to learn. Like I really really looked at my. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I have on this phone, but I feel like I would have had some video, and you probably have some video of last year. I was just commenting to my mom heard me. I had a few online classes yesterday morning, and of course you were one of them. And she's like, "What? Wow! It just sounds like you guys are working on so much." And I'm like, "Yeah, no, it's going really, really well." And like for me, um, and I know I'm always like I see all these little things that make me happy, but I mean I do that in general. like everything. I'm like, it's so amazing. Like it's 5% good. Like I'm like so happy with that. But um it's crazy because um I'm just so happy that, it's happening. It's easy. I'm able to do it. I like it's very hard when we first started to not feel like I want to jump through the camera and, you know, touch you guys or help. Yesterday, Mariposa with Marlene started stopping and like kind of moving to the side and backing up. And yeah, and it's not, it wasn't her fault. It wasn't the horse's fault. It was because Marlene was teaching her to do that with the whip on the ground. So it was like you could tell she was just kind of like, yeah, you've worked on this all week with me, and like that, like I know how to do it. And it was crazy because I'm like, oh, I just want to reach through and like whack her. Like I just want to be like, get up there. So to be able to especially do, what we've done and what I've done and what I've able to do with my trainers is working well with me online. I just like it's so huge. And you weren't, we couldn't even do this kind of lesson last year at the end of season. So when you were here, because it was, such a getting the horse, bye, love you, getting the horse, through boot camp and getting you through kind of a boot camp too. So I think that you're riding way different than before. I would hope that people will see that, but um, you have to keep watching the videos and you have to keep getting, annoyed with those things and see them and, and try to really put it together. But it's the same for me. That's one thing that amazes me. I have all my videos from all my lessons, and it's just so good to look at them and, you know, um, confirm. It's like my last lesson in particular uh with Lindo, it was crazy because I saw the video and I'm like, oh my gosh, yep, yeah, he was, wow, yeah, yep, yep, he was right, yep, he kept telling, and I kept thinking, I don't really feel that so much. So, and if you didn't have the video, it would be even way worse. So, even though sometimes people are like, I'm so critical, we'll be the worst, we'll be our worst critics. Um, I don't think that you had a bad, I mean, you've had worse. I don't think that it was a bad ride. I just think that your other one was like you really got connected. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah. Well, I think it's just all in relative too, because that then it's kind of worse if you're like, oh my gosh, you feel like it's good, then you're kind of setting yourself up for the next rides that you're just kind of like really kind of anticipating that it's going to be like that, and you're let down with a little bit of a down, like you're like it's a little bit off and you're like, oh, it's awful. So all right, so let's go ahead to the trot. Good. So this is good because he has a little bit straighter with the head. I told you he has that dead giveaway with his blaze, so you have something extra hard to work at, that he's not allowed to rotate his head around or spin or tilt right to left because it really, really shows. So this is good. This is much better. And I think that he's, kind of stepping behind uh, pretty good and steady actually for the first goes. So think about everything that we just talked about. Think about your thumbs really being up, and your big kind of hump that you're, really need to think about is this idea of your right elbow coming back. And I think you can probably see that very well when you watch the videos too. And it's almost like I don't want to do it uh, like without me being there, but I think you would almost benefit from that, putting the whip behind your two arms because I think if you had to bring your right arm really back where it should be, you're gonna feel so weird. It's getting there, but it needs to even be more. So I think that's at some point we may try that too, and I would probably like to do that just when I'm near you. Um, but that's the idea. I think you've seen that before. We've talked about it before. Yeah. So bring. Yeah. Okay. So feel that your right elbow even bends and comes back. I want it to come back, and you've got your reins equal, right? Okay. So bend your right elbow back even more. I want to see it come back more, like abnormally back. Okay. So that's what I want to see because I feel like you don't bring it back because you're a little like, oh, he's going to fall in. He's going to turn in. And then you're teaching him to stay going crooked. You don't want to use your right side of your body correctly. So you like kind of limp along in the meaty in the minimum. And so when you take that right elbow back and feel his right rein, he shouldn't turn. Um, you're feeling both reins, but because he always feels a bit soft on your right hand, because your right hand, if you're holding the reins equal and your left elbow keeps the contact and your right elbow goes forward, he doesn't feel equal at all. So when you go and you then I like pull it back even more. Bend your elbow back behind your belt. More. There. So stay and see, he starts to get doing the head. He starts like, like, oh, how dare you? Because he's not used to that finishing touch with you. So you have to, yeah, keep doing it. And right leg, do it more. Yes. And when you do that, now ride him to your left hand, but don't stop. Don't stop giving that right elbow back because in that more. Okay, that was one of your best ones so far that when you've gone past me at this. Yes, like this. And you'll go through a little ucky phase, and then I'm sure he'll be fine because he's okay with it. It's just that initial, it's like you go to do it and he gets icky, so you're like, I don't really want to. He felt better like when I didn't do it. Okay, so she's, okay, come on, girl. You put good. And and I think if we think about this, if we're going to do what we're going to do with a test, it's training level and it's training level, right? Is that what we decided? What are we doing? Okay. Okay. So, and I forget in first level, I think we're still allowed to post, right? Did they change that? Okay, good. Okay, good. So, this is so important what you're doing right now because you have to find this rhythm and steady. Like you can go around like this and post forever. Now, before, when you would go around like this, you'd still have these inconsistencies. But now, more or less, you're getting a handle on riding them around. We could go a little bit more into the corners. We worked on that weeks back. But you're more or less, he used to be so with the haunches in, and he used to be looking to the outside. And I mean, it's still tingy there, but it's much better. But you have to, like, this at least you have to have. And then it's like, and then I stress you, like, let's go on quarter line and then let's do circles. I want you to feel that it's like an experiment. Just feel like you can go around like this and find consistency. And then we're going to go on the next quarter line and you're going to find consistency. There's no leg yield. There's no nothing. It's just simple. You have to feel the elbow back, feel the right leg so he doesn't so if you're going to take that elbow back, which I need you to do, you need more right leg in a nice in a you can even think of it in a leg yielding way, to be honest. Good. And not even that he needs to go leg yielding, but you have to kind of overly react to the pressure that he might want to say, oh, well, you're squeezing on my right rein now. You want me to go right? Yeah. And he has to feel like you can really, really even take that right fist. And because you didn't turn your knees and turn yourself and give the outside aid, then he knows he doesn't have to turn. Now leg yield off of your right leg a few strides. Keep your right elbow back. More, 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 more. Good. And then we're going to go sit and rise, sit and rise. Good. Down the long side. Sit and rise. You know that when you go to sitting, you're going to have to give more steady contact and more soft in your seat and energy. So learn to put your legs away, your knees away, but your lower legs go like tick, 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 and you bounce the ball. So sit, set, set, and rise. Your sitting can't be like now you're like going and flowing, and then it's like you sit and it's like, and then you go flowing and rising. Like you have to go rising and flowing, and then set, da, da, and then go, and then sit, 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 and then go. There shouldn't be any change. So, she went crazy again. Let's see. I'm sure I'll see you in a minute. Okay. So you want to find that when you go sitting, though, sit back more on your bum. Really back. It's easier. If you get off your crotch, oh, yes. You feel the difference? Don't sit on your crotch. So when you do this and you ask for the canter, you have to sit back even more because the horse wants to throw you forward and then you want to be forward. So we're going to keep going large. And when you get past me on the opposite corner, keep sitting and rising and find that you can find the sitting where nothing feels different than the posting. And on the opposite corner, you'll ask for canter. Nothing feels different. Canter. Sit back. Okay. So tell him no in the bridle right now. Hold the reins a lot. Say no, no, no. And now sit back, canter. Keep your reins. Don't shorten your reins yet. I want him to feel like he has to know. So come back to the trot again. Every time you go in that corner, I lose you. Okay. And let's go into the circle here at 20 meters. And I want you to go sit, set, set, really back. Good. And then rising, and then set, set, set. And then hold your reins more when you ask for canter. Don't lean on the reins. Hold them so that they don't flop, so that they don't bounce. So what has to happen for your hands to be, so I've talked about your elbows opening and closing a lot for the rising. And for the sitting, your elbows have to doing at your sides. They have to like really bounce a little bit at your sides so that your hands can stay still. I literally want you to think that you're holding 2 cups of coffee and you don't want the coffee to spill out. And we will do that exercise at some point too with you too, because I think it's really good to feel. It's like if you're a waitress and you're bringing a tray, you have to figure out what gives and what doesn't give so that you don't spill the drinks, right? Or tilt the food. The same thing. You have to feel like, how can I disconnect my hands from my shoulders and my elbows? Good. Now sit and canter, but stay back and touch him. If he and say no, okay, come back again. Say no, trot, trot. Good. Now sit, find the back part of your seat and put the leg and seat and canter. Now, yes, come back again for the trot. So that we have to have first the balance and the suppleness, and then we have to have we want him to stay nice in the contact, right? We want him to be able to go nice in the contact, but the thing is too that then if we're like, oh my gosh, holding and trying to keep him nice in the contact, and then you give the aid and it's like a misfire, then that's worse. So we have to go back to, he has to go like sit, like don't canter, like bump. When you give the aid, he has to canter. So now we sit and rise, sit and rise, sit and rise, sit back, sit and rise, sit and rise. Good. And sit and canter. Don't lose the reins. Good. And come back to the trot again, holding the head steady. And now I think we can shorten the reins a little bit. They're a little bit long. Keep your right elbow back. Right elbow back, right leg in. Right elbow back, right leg in. Right elbow back, right leg in. Sit and canter. Right elbow back, Right leg in. Better, better. So that was minimum. At least he didn't like really lurch the head up. He came up a little bit, but it wasn't as bad as it can be. Sometimes he really tosses his head. So massage him deeper, deeper. Good. So I was gonna say ask for the transition, but I don't know if you asked there or not, but I actually like that transition better. Good. So massage him deeper, deeper than you think, deeper than you think, and deeper, 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 sit canter, and deeper, 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 deeper. Rounder, like rounder. Yes, like roll curve. Like keep him down and under and canter. Mess your hands are doing one. No, you gave him away. You stop because you were like, oh my gosh, canter, and your body was like, bah, canter the old way. You have to think canter, and your hands have to keep doing another job. You have to be better at letting each body part do something better. That's right. Do it again. That was like a minimal. It needs to be better. We know it needs to be better, but at least that's like, we don't want it. No, 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 no. Then say no right away. Don't canter. Now, no, no. Shh. Yes, yes. You have to tell him. If you don't tell him that he's wrong, it's like bending your elbow back. If you keep giving the elbow forward, it's not his fault. Good. Now, rounder and okay, so that was the minimum. That was minimum. Coming back to the trot again. Your right shoulder's going forward and your right elbow's going forward. Good. Keep it back. Keep it back. You can do this. Sit up. Sit back. Sit back. Elbows. Yes. Now the trot is getting better though. So very good. Make him deeper and more down. You know he's going to pop up. It's like, expecting for, um, you know, ratios of things, how they're going to happen. Like he's going to put the head up. So put him down, 10% more to compensate for the 10%. That was much better. Did you feel it? Like now we can work with that. That's at least something to work with. Try it again. Round, 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 tuck, tuck, tuck. You cannot give up. You cannot like stop asking this. He's not good at it yet. You have to assume every time, overcompensate, over round, over down. And again, canter. Step back. Yes, like this, like this, like yes. So this is minimal. This is really good. This is someplace that we can start. So put him down, put him deeper, put him more for the transition. Down, down, down. Ride the legs down into the hand. The transition happens because you stop in your belly. Your legs can still rise. This is why all the lunge lessons that we were, yes, there we go. Give him a pat and then you can walk. That was one of your best ones. I'm going to change the direction. Very good. This is something that once you get it, you're going to get it. You're going to it's the same as your elbow. There's so many things that, and you'll watch this video and then you'll see, okay, yeah, I did have to have him that. And you'll realize you have to have him shorter. You'll have to have him more. And when you think that you have him super short, you'll watch your video and you say, I have to have him more. He's so long. He looks like I felt like he was so short and he's not. So these are, and realizing to your warm up, like I've talked about this before too. I think there's always so you have videos and you're watching, you think, oh, I've had him so, I want to let him longer in the warm up, or I need to let this, or I need to let that. And then in reality, we're not even at a baseline. You don't, you want to make sure when you go and see other horses that are, more collected and more together, you have to find out what is my frame? What is the horse's frame? Where's his minimum of what he needs to be? When did we graduate from one place to a next? When is there, what he's doing unacceptable? Like way back in kindergarten, we don't just let the kids go back anymore. You can kind of revert back around in your little pool of you don't go back grades. You don't just be like, well, that's fine. You can be, I can be holding on at the longer rein and you can tousle your head up around or you can canter, and I didn't ask you, that was super clear. I think you'll see that in the video. It's you were like, I didn't ask for it, but your seat was moving in canter after, and you were totally letting him canter. Then no, then you have to say no, I didn't ask you for it. Now sometimes if they've been not forward or sticky or weird like that, and then So we say, okay, good. Like at least, but in the family of what we're trying to do right now, like for him to just do a canter without asking, we don't want that either. That'll bite you in the show for sure. All right, so let's go for the trot again. I just have to make sure that I know since we started late, I just want to make sure we still get everything. I do have to run for a 9 o'clock in person here, but so let's go to the trot again. Yes, and come back again to the walk and deeper and rounder. More, 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 more. Yes. You almost feel like when you know that the transition is going to be really good coming up to the hand, he can do like little steps and like soften in his back. Good. Much better with your turn though this way. Good. Good. So I want to practice the same thing with your belly in, belly in, belly in. Good. Rotate your pelvis. Put your squirrel tail under. More. Put it under more. Your bum. More. There we go. Good. Good. And then you also have, now your reins got steady. So you should like this when you watch it, okay? So sit a few strides, and I don't want you to lose this connection. I don't want you to go sitting and then like it just all crumbles apart. And only sit 2 strides. If you can only sit 2 strides and rise, better to keep yourself organized, right? Good. And we want to see that when you go in those sitting a few strides, that he stays down and in the contact. Good. And go sitting and massage him down more and give him a little tap with the whip up on top of his bum. So you're going to start, not on the side, eh? Hold your whip up, so yes, and try to tap him on the croup, but keep your contact. More, rounder, good. And now tap him on the croup, up on top. Keep your right hand down. Good. Under to the walk, and you tap him under. Rounder, round, up, yeah, yes, Tom, good boy. Now, then your transition got better. Did you feel it? This is what you're going to learn the next phase. Good. This will be the next month. Good. Under again to the downward. And if you feel that when you lift your crutch and you put your lower legs on, let's, yes, like this. Did you feel the difference? Now, here's the chicken or the egg, because you say, well, now he seems so nice in the hand and it's so nice in the bridle and everything's so easy. Yeah, because you have to, you had to stay steady in the contact enough when you tap him that he has to go to the connection, and then it is easy. But you have to like hold the connection first, right? Okay, let's spiral down a little further. I was thinking it would be better if we were at this end for the camera, but it seems like she's getting confused again. So let's go down about midway. Keep your right hand down. Your elbows have to be softer. Your midsection is being better though. It's soft. Good. Elbows go dong, 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 dong. Let your elbows be. Tuck, 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 tuck. Good. All right. From here, I want you to think of making him little and coming under. But then you're going to go forward. But you're going to go forward, 2, 3, and canter. So you're going to go forward, massage, 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 and canter. Keep him. Better. That was a much better approach, okay? So we want that minimal. We want to make it even better, but that's what we want. This is, see, yes, tick your fingers, put the leg. Good. And come through to the trot. Leg, bum. Like, tuck him on the bum with the whip. When he puts his head up, I want like, pop. Good. Come under to the walk again. Hold your outside rein. Rounder. Go forward, trot, and canter. Now. Oh gosh, I missed it. Good. And come forward. Collect. Forward and trot. Go. This is what you have to do. Good. Really good. Sit. Collect. But you never collect canter, eh? Never. Because that you're going to lose it. You collect. You go forward and canter. Forward and canter. Yes. Keep the, yeah, push your seat, push the whip. Hop, hop, hop. So it's like he went to do it good, then he got stuck. Now we collect, and then we push forward into the walk. Collect, push forward into the trot. Sorry. And trot. Go, go, go. Ta, ta, ta. And sit, collect, slow down, go forward, and canter. Yay, good job. So at least that's something we can work with, okay? All right, come forward to the walk. Let's see here. I'm going to put you on speaker 1 second. I want to look again at the... First little test one, right? All right, I want to work on a few minutes here. Okay, so let's do again the center line. So let's pick up trot, come down the center line at A. No halting. Let's just keep trotting. At C, track left. E to X, half circle, returning back at H. So we'll circle around and ride the trot the same way. Deeper. Good. Good. Careful, not too much neck bend there. This would be good. So this would be really great if you have this kind of trot and this kind of feel for the competition, okay? Don't turn his head in too much. Remember, he's a dead giveaway with that big old blaze. You keep your right rein. Remember, it's your right elbow that you always want to feel that you lose. And he's more collected and more together now, so he's letting you take the right rein. Good. So at C, you're going to track left, right elbow back, straighten his head. Do not let his head clink to the left. Straight, 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 left bend, and left turn. Go. Don't drift. Yes, this is really nice. Right rein. Good. Go to E, E to X, half circle 10 meters, returning to the track at H. Too much. Careful, you're getting a little too much neck bend. More right rein, especially now. Right rein. Come on, pop, pop, pop the whip on the bum. Go. C, circle, let's see, B to X. Keep going. B to X. Circle. Returning back at M. At C, 20 meter circle, rising trot, allowing the horse to stretch. So when you go, now you let the reins go down and push, 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 big trot, go. Pa, 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 pa. Let him, yes. Your bigger trot will help me. Yes, if he does this, this is good. You want to get, yes, very good. You want to gather him up before C. And H to P, change rein, lengthen trot and stride. So now you want to show a little trot, show a little trot, show a little trot, show a little trot. So you can show a different H to P, lengthen, go. P, working trot. So you bring him back and tap him on the bum. At A, medium walk. Told you late, sorry. And V to R, change rein, free walk. Good. V to R, change rein, free. Now go, go, go. Bigger, bigger, longer, out the nose. More, more, more. Yes. At M, working trot. Good. Gather him up, medium walk at R. Get prepared at M, bounce the ball, working trot. C, canter left lead. So you sit canter. H to V, lengthen the canter. At V, go, 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 bigger, 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 bigger. V, 15 meters. Good, and use the 15 meters to collect. F, X, H, change the rein. At X, working trot. So ride the seat, ride the canter, ride the connection, both reins. Come on. Come on. Diagonal at X, working trot. When you go to working trot, oopsie. Right rein and go, go, right rein, go. Right elbow back. Good. Very good. C is going to be working canter right lead. So sit and canter, massage. M to P, lengthen the stride. P, 15 meters. Go, 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 go. Now, remember, you turn, turn, turn. You don't go past the quarter line, the other quarter line. You go, and no, you go. You yell at him. Go, go. Good, 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 good. Keep going. Now, you jerk on the rein. Jerk on the rein. Both reins. Hard, hard. Jerk, jerk. Now go. Tell him canter. Tell him canter. Tell him canter right away. Come on. Outside hand down. Sit down. Good. Good job. You're fine. Hands down, hands down, hands down. Put your hands down. Put your hands down. You got this. Now trot. Don't stop. Don't stop. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Shorten your reins a lot. When he does that, you cannot raise your hands. You cannot, okay? Put your hands down. You got this. Good. Keep trotting. Keep trotting. Nice trot. Yes. Now we're good. Go down the long side. Slow down. Take your outside hand really hard. Say, hey. Nice trot, by the way. Good. Hands down. This is good. I know you don't feel like it, but you're going to be happy with this trot. This is really nice. If he does this, you'll be really good in the show, okay? Circle 20 meters. Slow down with your belly. Put your hands down. Down your outside hand. More. Good. Did you ask? That was one of your best transitions, by the way. Shorten your reins. Put your hands down. Shorten your reins. Be strong with your hand for a minute. Say, hey. Sit down. Sit like a potatoes. Down. Thank you. Good. 15-meter circle. You sit down. You sit down. You. Outside hand down. Outside hand down. Out. Sit down. You stay down. Trot at A. Very good. Trot. Trot at A. Change rein. K to R. Lengthen the trot. You got this. Come on. Lengthen. Beautiful. Beautiful. Coming back. Working trot. E, half circle 10. Yes. Check your diagonal. You'll be happy with this trot. Keep your hands down. 10-meter circle, half a 10-meter circle at E. Down center line. Right rein, sit up. You ride your right body. At G, hold. What, right rein. Wait. Wait. Tell him no. Wait. Wait. And a long rein, a pat. Good. Okay, so really, really